On Twitch. This is Private Black, and I have a new collection of Ravens with me
Oh, they
today.
got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
Whoa, Colony. We have a new collection of Ravens with us today, and I want everyone to introduce themselves as we are flying into our meeting area in no particular order. So take it away, guys.
Rev!
And... Oh.
Solar.
Barf. Showtime. And the best raider, Colin.
Fantastic, Ravens. Thank you for joining me here in this, our 8th town hall meeting. I'm very excited about today. There's lots to talk about, but as always, we've got a few housekeeping rules that I'd like to just go over and remind everyone of. The first one is that the purpose of this, or all of these meetings, is to get more Ravens involved that want to be involved with our community. Now, as far as these meetings and how they will be conducted, when a person has the floor, I would like them to be the only person speaking. Do your best to not interrupt anyone. It happens, you know. Now, if a person has background noise, please mute your mic unless you are the one speaking. Once a person
I guess
has...
you're talking to me right now?
I'm talking... This is standard procedure, Colony. It's not directed at
Let me
any
go ahead and mute myself now.
one specific person.
Yeah.
Now, once a person has finished speaking, please make it known that you are finished. If you are directing a specific question to a person, please name the person before asking your question. Now, if you want to answer a question that is not directed to a specific person, then please state your name and say that you would like to answer the question or concern. Now remember, as always, there are no stupid questions. Everyone, please be respectful and courteous. If you are unable to speak politely, then you will be asked to leave the meeting. And for our Twitch viewers out there, Topher, thank you for joining us. Please post questions, and I will do my best to answer them in the order that they are received. Fantastic, that's everything as far as housekeeping goes. So, the first thing on the agenda, or my agenda that I have here, is a suggestion box recap of the week. For all of you who do not know, a suggestion box is currently live on our website. That is www.ravensoftherealm.com. And go to the tab Members, and you can find the suggestion box under everyone's beautiful face. Just scroll down, and you'll see it. It's there. Awesome. Thank you for joining us, Rip and Dust. All right, so this meeting will be conducted on top of the tent over here. Is that where we're doing this? Right?
I guess so.
Correct.
Can I get up there?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
just
I
run
think I
up
may have to.
just run up this little pole thing.
I may have to
You
up
gotta
my
run up the
agility.
pole. Oh god. If a Titan
Okay,
can do it,
Come on,
no
guys.
agility,
If I
you
can
guys
do it, I can.
Crap.
If y'all can do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it.
And then there was one.
No, Barf is just waiting. He's just waiting his turn. That's all. Welcome,
Colin, you
Commander.
beefcake, get the hell out of the way.
Okay.
Welcome, Mike Pat. Thank you for joining, everyone. All right, so
This is my corner.
okay. So
Who's
as
that ugly
always,
Titan with that Iron Banner helmet on. Oh, that's Rev.
Punch you in
No,
the dick. Hell out of
no.
here. I said that with much respect, Private.
Hey, look at this dude. Look at
You
the white
are
guy.
not a Raven. You need
Oh
to
my
leave,
God.
sir.
Get out of here.
well, there's nothing we can do about Mr. Wise Guy.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch boy.
Mr. Wise
Hey,
Guy.
I mean, he ran
He is
away once I
wise.
got up, Rev. He didn't run away when you got up. I'm just gonna say that.
That's because you stink. Get the hell out of here.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
I need to turn
Topher
the stream on.
Topher asked, is there a walkthrough of Bungie request invite for group and clan tag. No, there's not
really
a
should be.
walkthrough. I know I find myself constantly telling people the same thing, and I think that is, if you are a fledgling and, you know, once you become a Raven, you have to send 2 requests. The first request is to be added to the group. And once that is approved, you can then send the second request to actually gain the clan tag. And if I go into the roster here, I can see that everyone in our current fire team has it, which is good. That means I'm doing good. But yes, Topher, that's something that could be added to the website. It could get lost in the chats. But what I was going to go over again was the suggestion box recap of the week. We got a couple of suggestions, and I just kind of want to put them out there and talk about it and see what everyone's thoughts are. Let me
How dare you?
go into the Ravens Gmail account. Oh, hey, what's up? My life is G. Apparently his Twitch name is Beansprout. Interesting.
Mark, you look creepy sneaking behind us like that.
Right,
Please
so
don't tickle somebody.
Absolutely not.
Talk about tickle somebody.
Creepy.
I'll put all my big guns on.
let's see.
Oh, you see my arms? Those are my big guns. 1 and 2. That's right.
Yeah, you're funny. You're funny.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm pulling up these
Oh shit.
submissions here.
Hi.
Quick question before anybody want to finish some trials after this? Just a question.
No.
I haven't even started.
All right, that's 1 for Rev. Me and Rev so far. Anybody else?
What?
Uh,
No. You need to learn what no means, man. Those girls have
They're
problems.
here somewhere, and I can't seem to find them. Give me 1 second.
Now look who's creepy.
We've gotten quite a few applications this month
See,
alone.
now I'm Private's right-hand man.
Yeah,
And
you
because
wiped
I'm
his
his right
ass. So, hey, Private,
He's left.
what's
He's
our
left-handed.
cap? What's our cap for members? We're sticking with the 100?
The 100 still stands. That hasn't changed. Now I seem to have lost these suggestions. I'm actually going to move forward, and I'll find them, and then we'll come back to it. Actually, you know what? I found them. Here they are. My bad. Okay, so the last submission that I got is, I mean, it's anonymous, of course. Thank you for joining us, Blue. Okay, so the latest suggestion that we got is, it states, I don't know who sent it, and it's anonymous if you wish to be anonymous. There's no point in being down for PvP if you can't control your game rage towards others. Anyone have any?
That is true.
Word.
Okay.
That is very true. There's been a couple of times where I rage quitted in trials, but I mean that's because it's trials. But
Well, Colony, let's unpack that. Now, if you rage quit, does that mean that you took your rage elsewhere, or you know?
me when I personally rage quit, I'm taking it elsewhere. I'm just getting off the game because
Okay.
I don't feel like yelling at y'all. Then you yell at me, and then we're just yelling at each other, and it's not really solving nothing. So it's best to just rage quit and get off. Don't bring it out on the other Ravens. I mean,
I agree. Anyone else have anything to
I'm not
comment
gonna say
or
no names.
add to
Rev.
that?
Huh?
This is not the blame game. We're just
Let's say.
discussing. We're discussing
Rusty Rage
here.
Buddy.
All right, so
Anybody else? No.
well, I'd like to add something myself. I know that I play PvP when I can, and there are certain people who can get under my skin, and mostly those people are the people I know in real life. But otherwise, I am a very calm individual and can internalize. And if I know that I'm getting to a point where I might start doing something like that, then I try to remove myself from the situation. I guess that's rage quitting. I'm not sure. Just speaking
that's
from
rage quitting.
Okay.
Rage quitting. Oof.
No, he's not talking about. He's talking about a Naki, guys. Come on.
Damn it, Rev.
No. like we didn't know.
Well, I just didn't want to have fingers pointed at me for once. I mean, this is the first time I didn't do anything wrong, so.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? I forgot this is recorded. Never mind.
Okay. All right. So, a recently added fledgling of Woofa says, raging is something that happens in sports, and YouTube channel recently brought it up. That is something that professional, that is unprofessional, maybe? I'm not sure. Sorry about that, Woofus. I was trying to read that comment, but
That professionals recommend.
that professionals
That
recommend.
would make them unprofessional then, no?
Oh, that professionals recommend when you feel yourself doing that, you play worse than normal and you just need to take a step back and take a break for a while, is what the rest of that said.
Okay, I didn't get all of that. I think that's also known as the tilt. If anyone else has heard that terminology, I use that quite often myself. When I feel myself, yes, when you start to slip, and then the tilt happenings, the tilt becomes real. I don't know how else to explain that. My Life is G says, what's the proper Raven reply? I'm not sure. What do you mean by that?
Rage quitting?
I think he meant the hate mail he got, but...
Oh, I wouldn't respond to those. I mean, depends on...
No.
Yeah, just don't do it. It's just not worth it.
Hate mail as far as from other people in PvP or other Ravens?
I'm thinking other people in general, because I believe
Other people.
him and someone else got some hate mail from doing PvP.
That would have been me.
Oh, that was you, Barf. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hate mail. I mean, me personally, I'll say reply.
To each his own.
Do I have to explain why?
Go ahead, Colony. I'll let you take that one away. How would you reply?
I mean, you can do it one or two ways. If you're really messing the dude up and he hit you with the get out the McDonald's Wi-Fi, destroy his life and start replying until you can't reply no more. But if you're just playing and he's just like, hey, you lagged a little bit, I don't like the way you play, just push it off because he's not really saying nothing. But if you say something like, get out that McDonald's Wi-Fi, destroy his world. Just go after him for the whole match. Don't go after nobody else.
Oh,
All your kills have to be from that guy.
Okay, that's how you're saying respond. Well, normally hate mail comes after everything's said and done. So.
Yeah, but sometimes you'll get into another match with him, and then it's just like, okay, well now I'm gonna go after this one person.
Okay, I understand that.
Some stuff you just really can't reply to, like the one that Grove got not too long ago. But I would suggest just not even replying to him in the first place, because then you're just gonna get into a childish fight. The only thing that you can do is just keep beating the shit out of them. That's all I suggest.
Well, I think that
if they're messaging you, you got to them. Something you did got to them, so you're already winning. If they took the time to privately message you out of the other 11 people in the match, then
fair enough. Fair enough, bro.
Point.
I think
it'd just be falling right into their game of counter trolling the trolls.
I think we've got.
If that makes sense. Sorry.
No. I think we've got some really good points here, and I'm sure that we could talk about it all night. But we're gonna move on because we have a lot to cover tonight.
Stop bullying people, bro.
So
oh my God.
The second submission that we got for suggestions was the PvE/PvP schedule. Now the message states, we are a fairly big clan and only getting bigger. I've thought recently that the scheduler is a little short in respect to how big the clan is. I am suggesting, especially at primetime hours, 4 Central Standard onwards, that the scheduler should be doubled. So instead of just one hard mode raid at 5 p.m., we could get 2 separate hard mode raid lists, as I find that spots for the Raven raid that suit GMT fill up and all the other ones are too late. Now I'm gonna immediately respond to this one, and I'm going to say that on every raid that is posted, I actually whoever's got the background noise should probably mute their mic. Thank you. I'm going to add that every raid that is posted, even if you see 6 people signed up, you can sign up and it will add another slot of 6 people. For every raid that I post, I actually allow for up to 18 slots. So that's 3 full teams. So if you see a raid that's full, then put yourself on there and make it known that you're looking for a second team to try and get things going. Also, once you sign up like that, please make sure that you pay attention to those raid lists to make sure if someone drops off and you're actually moved up into the first raid team, because that does happen. Now, as far as raids themselves, I do agree with perhaps there should be maybe 1 or 2 more hard modes, but maybe not at the same time, at maybe like a 30-minute interval during prime time, which is probably reset. So I might do like 1 at 6 and 1 at 6:30 to kind of counteract that. You never know who's going to be signing up for things and what time they're going to get home. Something may work for one person and not for another. I definitely understand that. But that's what I have to say. I'm going to let that one go out to you guys. Anyone else have anything to add to that?
I was actually going to suggest the 30-minute intervals, but since you've covered that, it's good with me.
Personally, I've been raiding a lot, so I'm not saying I don't care, but it's not like a top priority for me. So I don't really mind if you do want to do it that way or not. I mean, honestly.
Colony, we're talking about the betterment of the entire clan, not just about you. I want to remind you about that.
That is true. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, having 2 raid teams is good, but like, are we gonna have enough people that sign up for it? That's the thing.
I will say, in response to that on Reset Tuesdays, there are quite a few people who do sign up for raids. I know that on the beginning of the week, it's a little high, and then the farther it goes out, maybe the less and less people sign up because they may not necessarily need it. And the ones that do sign up are looking to help other people.
Oh, well, I'm never on those days, so I never noticed it. So that's my fault for not noticing. But yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. So let's keep it how it is.
Definitely. So expect those 30-minute intervals during the prime time slots, just in case for something like that. But don't forget that you see 6 people. You can still sign up for it, up to 18 slots. I think the most we've ever had on any given raid was 24 individual Ravens sign up for a raid race. Is that correct?
Yep, that was a good time.
Fantastic. Did anybody else have anything to add to that before I moved on to the last submission?
Is there anything you can do to try and accommodate those who get into the raids later in the week?
Yeah.
Because I don't always make Tuesdays, and then I find when I get on Fridays, it's next to impossible.
I'm with Barf on that one because I can't
it.
play until... Oh, I'm sorry, Barf.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I'm with Barf because I can't play until Saturday and Sunday. So it's like later on in the week, I'm just out of a raid because nobody's going to sign up because everybody's basically done it.
I definitely do see that, and I know that I can't force people to sign up for raids. That would make it no fun. But I do know that there are people out there who are willing to help, I know that it's not that there were no raids going on. I know that there was a couple that happened this weekend, which is good. And I do believe that with the recruitment that we're doing now, we're getting more and more people who are more active in the game, and that will combat that. Not sure if you guys noticed, but I'm in the process of cleaning house and trying to get in new people. So.
We've noticed.
Every day.
All the sacrifices, if we're, like Roy used to say.
So I think the biggest thing I can say is just bear with me for now, and we've got quite a few fledglings in there. I know that some of them don't have a lot of raid experience, but I think that's an opportunity for us to grow the community within. So
you saying we got a lot of kindergartens?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Just a lot of people that hasn't done raids.
Right, that haven't had the ability to do raids, yeah. Definitely. Okay. But did anybody have any other suggestions maybe for end of the week raids?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Well, I was thinking, because I'm bad about it too, on Tuesdays I'll try to push all 3 raids out on all 3 of my characters fairly quickly. Usually just do the challenge modes on them and go back, because I think all the other gear is kind of useless for me. So, I mean, I would suggest that those of us who do the 3 times leave just maybe 1 character if you're available at the weekend at all, like I am, to help out with the people who are not able to do it during the week, and you still be able to get your rewards. So I'll probably just end up doing it on 1 or 2 of my characters, so that way I'll have a character to help out at the end of the week. If you're loot driven, just save 1 character. Like, I'm loot driven, so I'm just going to save 1 character. But I'll be more than willing to help out. I mean, if people just ask me specifically, because I mean, I'm kind of like, someone will answer them if they put it out there. Someone will get it eventually. I mean, if I'm asked personally, that's when I put my hat in helping. So.
I will agree with Rev there. If someone, I'm sorry, who was that? Was that Colony?
I was just going to say I agree with Rev. I like that idea.
Okay. Okay, well that's definitely something we could definitely promote. Save a guardian for the weekend, if at all possible. It's definitely something we can promote. What do you guys think?
That's good. Maybe save your least played characters.
No.
I don't know.
I got 2 Titans, I'll probably end up saving a Titan, so that way there's always a guaranteed Titan at the end.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna need a Titan for stuff, then yeah.
Okay.
But in my case, I always have a Hunter. So.
Okay. Well, fantastic.
I would save my Warlock and Titan.
Okay. Well then, that's it for that topic currently. I'm going to move on to the last suggestion in the suggestion box, which reads, be more patient with new raiders. I was a 309 hunter and was majorly put off by some Ravens' hostility to get a raid done perfectly and quickly. People stressing out over the mic, etc. Since then, I LFG'd the shit out of my raids, and within 2 weeks of that experience have done all challenges, all hard mode. My hunter is at 318 and my lock and titan at 312. Well, first off, I want to say congratulations to you for, getting your hard mode challenges done through LFG. That is quite a feat. And secondly, I want to apologize if you felt there were Ravens who were being hostile towards you about getting a raid done perfectly and quickly. But I do know that people can stress out, especially if things are prolonged. But I think we have to definitely keep that in mind when we're doing raids with new people. But at the same time, there are individuals out there who I feel like may not come forward and say, hey, I've never done this before, or I have very little experience with this. Please don't be afraid to say that, because I think all that does is add to that once it is starting to take a long time. And just make sure that you keep the lines of communication open in those raids, and you're constantly trying to figure out what one specific person is doing, and if they are not doing it the same way as everyone else, then keep an eye on them, make sure they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and just give them constructive criticism. I think that's the best way that I can put that. And don't be afraid to say that you don't know how to do something or you're not comfortable with it, because then it becomes a teaching moment. And I think we are all about those teaching moments, because we want everyone to be on the same page. And I'll open that to everyone else. Did anyone have anything else to add to that?
Given like the nature of raids and all the shit that can go wrong, I really don't think there's any place for people to get it done perfectly and quickly. That's almost impossible. And I don't see why people need to lose their minds over it either. When you've wiped 1 or 2 times, you've got the checkpoint. If you have to step away because you're flaming hot, then do it and pick it up another day. It's almost like rage quitting in trials, because if you have a few people who are pissed off already, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do effectively anymore, because they just don't care.
Only thing I have to say about it is I'm not gonna say I ever just like, oh, you don't know how to do this. I'll never do that to somebody, but I just know I have been frustrated with new people. Anaki? I have been frustrated with new people and everything like that, but I've never downed them. But it is kind of frustrating when we're stuck on something like the totems for an hour. It does get a little frustrating, and you don't want to do it anymore after that. But one thing I agree with Private, just let us know, because there's a lot of people that be like, I know how to do it, but then they don't. And then now I'm getting more frustrated because you lied. So it's better just tell us and then we'll teach you. So that's the only thing I gotta say.
I agree with both of you, Barf. I will say that removing yourself from the situation if you feel like you're about to take it out on someone else is probably the best thing. But also at the same time, just keep the lines of communication open. And if you can't even do that, then it would be best to remove yourself from the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because, words, once said cannot be unsaid. That's about
true.
As much as I can say at this point. But we all have experience in doing specific things with a raid, and some of us are better at other things than others, and we just need to make sure that we are finding those teaching moments and really taking advantage of them, because it could simply be a matter of, hey, this person didn't know that they should step left instead of right whenever this happens, and they can't seem to figure that out. Maybe they're in a certain position that you have done a lot more than they have, and you can just show them, kind of like the best way that they could possibly be in order to be successful. But yeah, anybody else have anything to add to that?
Bro, you're killing it, man.
Okay. I think that this
Killing it.
it's a serious topic, and I just want to make sure that.
Can I say something?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anaki. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So, for instance, when you say remove yourself from the situation, or from you going crazy and saying something you don't want to say, means dropping off from the raid party, Am I getting that wrong?
It could be that, or I feel
just
like
mute yourself for a while?
muting yourself,
Okay.
and saying, "Hey guys, I or maybe you just need to take a break. Hey, I need to take a break," or I mean anything, any number of things.
Okay, so if you do drop, would it be nice just to say, "Hey guys, I'm getting to a point. I'm dropping." So I know for sure there's been a lot of people that have dropped from raids when they get actually angry or stuff not going the right way, and we seem to hold them accountable a lot for dropping too. So if we are going to be doing that, then I guess just leave a message, "Hey guys, I'm not having a good moment right now. I'm just going to go ahead and take a break or whatever." Right? I mean, I don't know if that makes sense.
It's definitely.
I get it.
Yeah, I understand. I want to bring up one point that Jay Fire brought up. He said perhaps there should be a dedicated teacher in the raid, someone who's looking for those teaching opportunities in order to take advantage of them. Which I will say that me and Mike took a group of fledglings through their first normal mode, and I felt like it was very successful. And there was a lot of questions, and I mean, I think we talked their ears off. I think to the point where before we even started the fight, they were just like, "Let's start the fight already," But we talked a lot because we wanted to throw as much information at them as possible because there's a lot going on in this raid, and you never know what someone might try to do. If they don't have any information, and we were constantly going over things, but which is fine. We took the time, to just do it right. I think we started at 7:30, and I think we ended at maybe close to 11 that night.
Yes.
But in those moments, I will tell you that when I think how Mike put it is that once things started clicking, it was harmonious. I don't know how else to put it. It was quite something, because you could see that it was all starting to add up, and it was a wonderful moment. Lots of wonderful moments. But going back to Jay Fire's comment about there being one specific teacher and maybe not so much everyone jumping on one person, like one person taking the reins. Maybe that could be something that we do. So I think it comes back down to if someone is talking to someone and they're trying to explain it to them, you don't need to be the echo,
If I can suggest something, how you and you said you and J Fire. Well, who was it? You and J Fire that took some? No, you and Mike. You and Mike took some new people through. Why don't you guys just have on the schedule, just people that practice in raids, so you can teach them new tactics and stuff like that. Like when y'all took me through the hard mode, y'all taught me a lot about the new way we do it. Even though I was messing up, everybody taught me that. But I mean, something that we can probably do, maybe, possibly.
Well, I'd like to say something. We tried the whole practice raid thing before, during Crota's End, Vault of Glass even, and no one signed up for it, and those who signed up for it never showed up. That was about 3 weeks of trying, and no one really ever showed up. So, I mean, if people would say they'd show up, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And wouldn't mind taking someone in and telling them how to do the raid, certain parts, things that make it easier, multiple ways to do it, things of that nature. I mean, it's just people actually signing up for it.
That's true.
And I'll add on to that, Rev. It is spur of the moment when those raids come together, that where it is, like me and Mike and 4 other people who haven't completed a raid. So when I saw that, I kind of jumped at it. I know it was during the week, but I just kind of knew. I was like, this, I need to be there for this. I don't know. It just kind of called to me. So if you guys see something like that, don't be afraid to jump at it if you have the time or the ability to be that for fledglings or people who are new to the raids and completions.
Well, and not, if I can say something, not everybody's, is a good teacher, So if you can't do it, don't feel bad that you can't help. Sometimes just an extra body there to help get a full group helps,
I'll agree with that. Yeah. I believe My Life is G added. Oh wait, not My Life is G. Who's Phagelink? Is that My Life is G? I think it is. He said if you're explaining.
Wolfus?
No, is that Wolfus? Is that Wolfus?
My Life is G was Beansprout? No.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm getting it mixed up. If you're explaining, please ask at the end of your explanation, did I forget anything? That would be awesome. Sorry, Wolfus. Just the different names and stuff.
I got you. Don't worry.
Appreciate it. That was all of the suggestions from this past week. Please don't forget, guys, that the suggestion box is live. And it is on our website at www.ravensoftherealm.com/members. And you scroll down to the bottom, and it can be anonymous. You can add your name. Let me know if you want me to say your name. But I will be doing this at the beginning of each town hall going forward. Okay. Moving forward with the rest of the town hall meeting. I'd like to do a brief overview of last week's meeting. We went over, first thing, the upcoming Throwback Thursday. Rev, did you want to?
Yeah. This Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, 35 PoE. It's a raid race, essentially. So teams are going to be random. Again, you won't have any idea who you're teamed with until about 10, 15 minutes beforehand. So I'll make it fair. I'm not going to have too many OP people on a team, things like that. If I see too many people I know who are going to blaze through it, then I'm going to split them up. But, yeah, they're going to be, it's going to be timed, basically. As soon as you're done with it, just take a screen cap of your last time, and then we'll see if it's something we want to keep on doing.
Definitely. And were there any prizes, or is it bragging rights again? What was that?
At this point, it's just bragging rights, but whenever we get to like the bigger ones, like maybe the 32 to the 35 PoEs, then we can go ahead and think about prizes and such like that. It'll probably be like how the Clash course was private, with the lowest time getting, or the highest time rather, getting booted.
Gotcha.
And doing it that way. But at this point, it's not. It's just bragging rights. There's no prizes involved.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Rev. And that's, again, Thursday the 21st at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time?
7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Thank you, Rev. That will be on the sign-ups as well. All right. And we also went over RavenCon last week, and we set in stone a date, which is July 8th through the 10th, and that's Nashville, Tennessee. If you are currently looking to be added to the chat, then please send myself or Rev or any of these other fine Ravens who are in the chat a message and let us know, and we'll get you inserted into the chat. We'll have more updates.
Be Raven.
Right. At this time, Ravens. I'm sorry, I was reading the messages on the right. Something about explaining the raid races. But I think we went over that pretty well. What's up, Deadpool?
Sorry, I keep getting DQ'd. I mean, not
Yeah.
DQ'd. I keep getting knocked out.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks for joining us, Deadpool.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, man. We're in the middle of this town hall. Good to hear your voice, though.
Yes, sir.
So
I'll leave y'all be.
I appreciate it, Deadpool.
No problem. I'll
The
take it easy.
You
Take
too,
care, man.
You have a good one.
Last week's meeting, the next thing we went over was the suggestion box, which is live currently. Signing up for events. The mock PvP event, which is to be rescheduled, that's still in the works. Solar. If you want to go over the drawing contest currently, that was another thing that we went over last week. Quick recap on that.
For the t-shirts?
Yes.
What was the question, or should I just run down through all of it?
Just a brief overview of how things are going, and what the contest is.
Okay. Basically, we're looking for a new kind of logo, whatever you want to call it, to go on the t-shirts. We've had the same thing forever. It's always just been a raven, and it said Ravens of the Realm. Super simple. So we've been doing that for a few months now. We're just trying to get a new logo. So it was actually Private's idea. He decided, well, maybe not Private's idea, but he's the one that brought it up to me about doing a kind of a drawing challenge. Submit your design, and then we would anonymously present them to the clan, and everyone gets to vote on what their favorite design is, and that's going to be the next t-shirt design. You have until January 31st, 11:59 p.m. Central, to submit your designs. All of the rules are on the website, on the homepage, and there's a post about t-shirts. It's a couple posts down now, I think. I'll post that link in the chat for everybody. But it has all the rules and stuff. But you have, like I said, you have until January 31st, February 1st. Hang on just a second. Okay, go lay down. February 1st and 2nd, we're going to do voting. And then I will announce the winner at the town hall February 7th. I am very well aware that is Super Bowl Sunday, so if we are not having a town hall that meeting, I will find another way to announce the winner for that. But I think that's everything.
Fantastic. Thank you, Solar, for that.
Yes, Mike, Pat, we do have a couple submissions.
Can't wait.
I want to say 5, I think. I think we have 5.
That's good. That's really good. That means that we're getting some people who actually want to participate, which is good. Thank you again, Solar.
You're welcome.
So, one of the biggest things that we went over last week was SOPs for the different portions of the King's Fall raid, and which is now known as the Raven's Way videos that we are currently working on. I've got a handful of people who are in a separate chat and are submitting videos of how we actually complete challenge modes. We're not going into specific details, but we're doing challenge modes only at this time, and I think it's coming together really nice. I've been working on it today and yesterday and uploading the videos to my program that I have, and it's really cool to see the different play styles that everyone has and how it all comes together. But yeah, if you are interested in being a part of that, please send me or anyone else who is in that chat, and I think that's let me double check, a message, and you want to be involved, then let's get you involved. Let's see, it's myself, Clark, Tyrell, Gods, Anaki, Taru, Mike, Pat, Kill, Smee, and Wiggs. So we've gotten quite a few submissions for the War Priest Challenge already. And if you have any videos of the War Priest Challenge, please let someone know, and we can get that footage in there so we can compile that and create our Raven's Way video. So yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna open up the floor, and if anyone has anything that they would like to add or suggest, then please do. No one? Are we all squared away?
I am super green, bro.
Sweet, fantastic. I think that there's a lot of work that we're going to be doing ahead. A lot of tying up loose ends and figuring out what needs to be done for certain things. And I think as long as we're working together, that we can get it done. So with that, I think I'm going to end, unless anyone has anything else they want to add, the 8th Town Hall meeting.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Solar.
Does anybody have any questions about the t-shirts? I was interrupted by a toddler. I didn't mean to just kind of rush through that. So I just want to make sure nobody has any questions before that subject is closed for the evening.
Colors. What do we got?
For the design?
For anything. The whole thing.
It'll be, basically any t-shirt or any color of the t-shirt itself is fine. There's not really any restriction on the t-shirt itself. As far as the design on the t-shirt goes, there's two ways this is going to happen. If there is a single color, kind of a silhouette design, the production will be a little bit cheaper, whereas multiple colors means it'll be screen printed, and doing it that way gets a little more expensive. So if that's something that you want to keep in mind, then that's totally up to you. If you want to do a super elaborate design with 20 different colors in it, go for it. It's only going to be a couple more dollars, so it's not like you have to be super strict on it. But just saying, if you do like a silhouette one, maybe two colors, it's going to be a little bit cheaper that way.
Okay.
But that's the only restriction. Other than that, there's no restriction on the color.
Very good.
Alright. Fantastic, guys. If there's anything that I missed or something else that needs to be brought up, please send me a message. And, we'll definitely bring it up in the next town hall meeting. But with that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has joined me here in the reef on the top of this tent here. And to all of the Twitch streamer or Twitch viewers, thank you for joining us. I think we've had a successful 8th town hall meeting. Right. Thanks, guys.
Blue, I can totally do that, by the way.